In 2025 will be the greatest year for the mobile game industry. We have seen how the game develops so intensely in a massive progress. No wonder we will have a ton of the best MMORPG, RPG and open world games 2025 for mobile. Even most of the game will have a cross-platform for PC, Android and iOS. So can you imagine how good the game will be? Through this video you will get a lot of new information, but I need your help by tapping a like button. Please enjoy the video of Top 12 Most Played MMORPG 2025 Best Cross-Platform MMORPG 2025 Games Mobile and PC. Light of Motiram. I'm sure the first impression you see about it are games like Horizon Zero Dawn. It's made by a Tencent company, so we'll have a great game quality as a guarantee. It will be playable for mobile and PC, which means across platforms. It will attract you to play a co-op features and invite our friends to hunt together. Light of Motiram has an open world based RPG with a huge robotic beast animal looks. Of course, it will give a player a new experience on playing RPG on a sci-fi, but combining with a survival base. We can do some action like glider from a higher cliff to the lower one. The gameplay is 100% a Monster Hunter games-like. We'll face a huge boss monster that is twice the size bigger than us. Some weapons are available to use like a hammer, axe, sword and shield. To support the combat, there is some action we should master dash action, blocking and counter-attack. Anyway, we can summon a pet as our partner through taming and help on dealing more damage. We also can modify our allies to increase the power and appearance will be adjusted. Yes, it's customizable. The most interesting part is we can make a boundless crafting of making a fortress and also shelter. Light of Motiram Mobile is the best new brand open world game MMORPG mobile and PC. The Hidden Ones or Hitori no Shita, the Outcast. Finally, this game officially will release globally in 2025. Right now, the official website has an English version already. That will be the right proof to see it launch globally. I really love how the game combat mechanism looks so realistic because it uses the actual martial arts as a motion capture movement that makes every action 100% look so realistic. It's a single-player game RPG where the main combat is a fighting game. We'll face so many cool human characters with their own ability. The story campaign is the main mode to follow the main mission and see how the storyline works. We also can get a massive rewards by defeating the boss in a boss trials. Their level is way too high with a high defense, strength and unique abilities. Once you think your hero are strong enough, then we can measure how strong our team is by participating in a PvP within 3 versus 3. Overall, the Hidden Ones have the most satisfying combat mechanism with a lot of action we can combine. And it has a very good ragdoll physics when we touch the object around. Kardmi. This is the new best open world games that has a Pokemon games like. Even I can say it has better graphic and amazing gameplay. Our main pet will call with Kardmi. He used to be our partner by selecting 3 different pets with a variety of the elements like fire, water and green. Once we're having a combat with the enemy, then we can switch the Kardmi based on the enemy's element to adjust the weakness point and dealing more damage. I really love how the game has a broader atmosphere with a fun ambience. It's a single-player, story-based game RPG where we can explore the world and find out the mission. Anyway, we can reset the Kardmi and all of the items we have used will be returned and we can reuse it for the other Kardmi to strengthen your team's power. Surprisingly, the game is available to play right now and it's appear on the Play Store. As I remember, I never know about this game before and even I never try it. I love when the developer directly launches the game globally and playable for any players. Unfortunately, the game needs more updates because I can see some issues like suddenly we can't speak with the main NPC, so we can't continue the main mission. One of the best new open world role-playing games for Android 2025. Crunchyroll Eternights. Seriously, I need to make this game get more attention from the players. It has so much potential to play with a stunning gameplay and a lot of action we can do while in combat. Seriously, it has the next level action hack and slash game. We can make a combination attack, unleashing so many ultimate skill and also boosting the hero's power by making a perfect dodge. But before you download it, make sure you know how the game works. So we need to become a member to be able to play it, especially when we have to log in that we can keep playing it freely. The storyline is absolutely interesting. It's about a young boy who loves to see his favorite actress, but suddenly they are together and make a fun and exciting storyline. Anyway, we can pick a different answer while doing a conversation and it will result in a different story in the end. Eternights is the best new game ARPG for mobile. Genesis 2. This game should get more attention from the player because the game has an English version, but we should change the main language first through the setting option. The game is on development and only available in a specific country, which only a certain player can access it now. Honestly, it's not pretty clear about the main gameplay because I didn't see any storyline, there is no prologue, and even we will not get any tutorial about what we should do in the beginning. But I can assume it's kind of a single-player open-world game where we can collect some in-game gold to increase the score. At the start of the game, we'll have 3 main characters and they all are switchable. With a different weapon like a gun, sword, and also knuckles will help the player to face a monster. Even when we are just still standing, then the enemy will come approaching us. Try to keep hitting the monster to increase the gauge meter and unleash your ultimate skill when it's ready. I can't explain a lot about it while the game only has a limited feature at all. Genesis 2 will release globally as the best new anime 2025 Android game. Infinity Nikki. This game will bring you into an immersive world that you'd never imagine. It's just like a fairy tale in a fantasy world. We'll have an action that allows the player to do a higher jump, just like we are flying. It's a great action to use to explore the world from one place to the higher places, because we'll find a treasure in a hidden spot area, so this action will help us a lot in finding it. We will play as a young girl as the main hero. Every action we make will need a different outfit, like attacking with a green outfit and jumping with a blue outfit. Finding the best outfit will change your appearance as well. The game combat mechanism is an action RPG. It's full of storyline driven. Even some of the scenes can't skip it at all, so we need to enjoy the game visual. This game is the best 3D RPG open world games 2025 that I'm sure the developer will try to give a different experience through the visual. The player from PC or mobile is able to play it because it is made for cross platforms. The landscape is absolutely beautiful. Even the village looks so calming with an adorable nature. The music background is a top tier. It's good to listen especially for a relaxing experience. This is the best new game 2025 for PC, Android and iOS. Kewlbiverse. I'm sure we all know about the Pokemon, but this game for me is the next level of Pokemon games like. Just imagine we can capture the monster that we face and deploy them on a battlefield. The number of the pets that we can deploy is 3. This number is way too much for us and it's enough to face any monster we face. The main goal is we only need to capture the strongest pet tier. The stronger the team, the easier our combat will become. It's not about capturing and summoning the pet only. It's more than that, and I'm sure you will be shocked about it. We can use the pet as our tools to do some action like doing a higher jump, using the pet as our main weapon, and even we can transform ourselves into the pet form. It has a huge open world game where the RPG is the main gameplay. We can explore the engaging world and find out the main story. Kewlbiverse only done one-time beta testing, but it has a smooth gameplay and an English version already. Surely, Kewlbiverse is the best top upcoming RPG 2025. Aether Gazer. This game is still the best even in 2025. I really believe it's worth playing. Look at how the game visual really represents the PC quality, but surprisingly, it's really playable on mobile, even runs perfectly. I would appreciate the game's developer who's making it. Aether Gazer is a new brand action hack and slash that has a gacha base to recruit a new hero. Each banner that has S tier level is really affordable to get it. It's pretty balanced and fair and not milking the player. Even with a common hero, you can pass through any stage because it needs a high skill to win the game. Dodging is the most important action we can do. It will boost your winning chance significantly. Learning and mastering it will open your vision on when is the best timing to avoid any forces. It has a fast-paced level and dynamic combat that will give a huge satisfaction to the player. Anyway, before we start the game, we can select 3 main characters which they all will help each other with. Unfortunately, we can't switch the hero in between. Sword of Justice. It's really insane how the mobile game now needs a lot of free space to download. It's about 20GB in total, which I think it's way too much. But after you realize how the game's graphics are, then it will make sense. It has a high graphic with sharp attention to detail on every object. Especially when we are visiting the village, then we will see so many NPC are walking around with their random directions, making this situation feel so alive. Sword of Justice is the best new MMORPG 2025 mobile, where the main gameplay is not grinding anymore. We will fight with the enemy when we enter the main mission only, then the enemy will respawn on a specific area. The combat arena is pretty small though, so we don't have a chance to make a distance. Dodging in the right timing will help you to keep survive. Keep unleashing the active skill. It doesn't need any stamina or energy, only need to wait for the cooldown time. Surprisingly, as a new MMORPG 2025, it has so many cutscenes with a realistic visual to deliver the story. Even the story is longer rather than the combat fighting. Project Apocalypse. This is the new release MMORPG 2025 Android. It has a very interesting graphic with a 3D visual. The combat mechanism hit me a lot because it lets the player attack while moving, so we can avoid the hazardous area easier. Anyway, we'll fight with our servant. He will help attack the enemy with their skill from a distance. And also, we can control his skill to cast it when the cooldown is ready. Every single dialogue we can skip it at all, and it will grant a huge EXP. In a few minutes, we'll reach a higher level so fast. No wonder this game has a combat power base. There are 4 different jobs available to select from, but they all have a gender lock. Project Apocalypse is the best open world 2025 MMORPG games for mobile. With a very light size, it will be very playable on any device's level. Since the beginning, the auto feature has been explained earlier, so probably playing the game casually is the main goal from the developer. Project Apocalypse has the English version already and is available to download through the Play Store. Riders of Treasure Island. It's a multiplayer action hack-and-slash game where all players can participate in combat. But the main game is a player versus a player. We'll compete in a small number of players in a small area that is full of monsters and treasure. We can collect and strengthen our hero first before facing the other players. This game seems not polished perfectly. The visual need more optimization to sharpen the graphic. There are so many objects that are able to collect by destroying the barrel and boxes. If you would like a game full of action in a lower size, then I will recommend this game for you. Blade of God X Orisols. It's pretty insane how the developer optimized the graphic way better, even though I remember the last time I played the game wasn't good as right now. It totally changed 360 degrees into a better game, with a more fair and balanced level, especially when we face the boss. This game has a hack and slash based game where all players can enjoy the dark fantasy game based on the monster design, and how thrilling the music background is pretty much matched with the gameplay. The combat mechanism needs a higher strategy to maintain the stamina, because we don't want our hero to get exhausted. We should try to control it to gain an extra chance to hit the enemy consistently. Blade of God X Orisols. I would love to play this game when it's released in 2025. Remember to like this video, and thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video. Thanks.